Would you guys want to go ahead and let's rewatch the Walk music video, because that is by far my favorite music video of y'all's, and it has a pretty special place too in like the history of Sawyer Brown in general. So let's all watch the Walk together. Wow, you look young.
Yeah. We were young.
That's me.
Daddy took me by the hand, looked out at the school bus and his little man and said, "Don't worry, boy, it'll be all right."
Was this the first one that Mike Solomon?
First one we did with Mike. It's so beautiful.
So this was the first time y'all had worked with Mike Solomon.
This was the first of many, many videos we did with Mike. And when he first was coming on board and talking about the video, I was a little concerned because I love this song so much, and what goes on lyrically and with Mark's vocal, I just didn't want anything that was going to get in the way of that. But Mike ended up turning it into this beautiful little mini movie.
So did you guys know that it was going to be this, or did he kind of say like...
Honestly, we didn't know it was going to be this good. And
No.
that's on Mike. That's, that's not on us.
Because you actually, I remember you saying when you were filming it, you didn't know, like a lot of it wasn't filmed that day,
Right.
so you
We
guys had
didn't
no
see some of
idea.
that. We
Yeah.
didn't see some of that. So we saw our part, but the scenes with the dad and the son, we didn't really see much
Yeah.
of that at all.
Yeah.
And how did you guys get paired up with him?
Man, I think he had done a video that we loved or something.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he might have even, did he do one for Steve Warner? I'm trying to think
Maybe.
how somebody brought him to our attention, and we ended up doing, I think, 20-something videos with Mike.
Yeah.
So
I was about to say he was a big partner for y'all.
After this video, it really was, if Mike just came and said, "Trust me," we were like, okay, that's
Yeah.
all we need to know about the video.
And there would be videos that he would send and just say, "Trust me."
Yeah, that
We
was
go,
the
okay.
treatment, was trust me.
6 days on the
6
road.
days on the road was definitely that.
Yeah.
He's like, I could tell you, but look, just trust me.
And at that point, are you like, okay?
Okay,
Yeah.
we'll go to Miami and trust you.
Right.
Which like never ever happens.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like with music videos especially, they want to know like the whole treatment, every scene,
Yeah.
everything, and y'all are
Yeah.
just showing up day of.
Yeah.
Well, and the fact that Mike gets all the bragging rights on those videos, they were so well done, thanks to him. They were an enormous part of our career.
Really were, because like you said, we'll talk about in the documentary episode later, you guys were visual and you stayed visual, and music videos were a big part of that. Now I just saw this on the music video, you playing the mandolin. Do you actually play the mandolin, Hobie, or is that not unlike our saxophone from Outgoing Catton?
Are you suggesting that things we see on film are not real?
I would never.
Okay,
He does. He
two
does.
things. I do. I play enough mandolin to write with
Yeah.
it. But after this video came out, Garth Brooks came up to me at one of the award shows and went, "Man, I got to tell you, I think you're now my favorite mandolin player." And I just took it. I could have set the record straight. That's not actually me playing mandolin that you hear.
But you're not going to tell that to Garth Brooks.
No, I don't want to hurt the little fellow. No. I'm not going to tell him there's no Santa Claus.
You're his favorite.
That's right.
There was a very famous guy playing the mandolin on that, Sam Bush.
That's right. Because
Yeah.
Sam had played even on the first time we did a demo of
Yeah.
the walk. Sam was in there playing.
Yeah.
Sam was one of the early believers in that song.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was pretty cool.
Which, if you want to find out all about that song and the story behind it, you need to check out the Sawyer Brown documentary.
Yeah.
Get Me to the Stage on Time, because we really go into the history of that song and
Yeah.
really where that song kind of was so pivotal to y'all's career.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In general.
Changed everything,
Everything.
for
Yeah.
us.
Well, let me ask you about this. Does the meaning of the song, has that changed for you now that you have kids that are grown?
Yeah. Yeah. And I think there are times that when I'm on stage, I'll look down and I'll see 4 generations of men that will literally stand up. Mm-hmm. And there was a great-grandfather, a grandfather, a father, and he was holding his son. Mm-hmm. And that's tough to get through.
Yeah.
Because, and you will always see, people getting emotional, men getting emotional when we play this song. So,
Yeah.
So do we.
Yeah.
We get emotional at times.
It's pretty incredible to see. I mean, it really is what the connection that song has made with people. Music gets me pretty emotional anyway. And there are nights that I really get choked up because you see the connection it's made, which is the reason we do all this to begin with, is to hopefully make a connection.
You remember the show that Shane sang it? And he got really emotional because I had laryngitis, and Hobie and Shane took over all the lead vocals, which was scary.
And mercifully, I didn't have to sing the walk because, no one wants that.
Shane, he walked after he goes, man, I'm up there and I'm singing, and it just hit me, and it was a pretty cool moment.
Yeah. Now, did you know when you were writing it, kind of like I guess not the impact, but just how meaningful, or did it really just kind of come to you and then later you're like, oh wow?
No, it came to me. And we were in Kansas doing a show, Wichita. And it came so fast. I had written the first 2 verses and the chorus, and then we had to go on stage. And I remember on stage the whole time, I'm up there, shaking my groove thing. And
Wow.
Man.
He really knows. See, this is what I meant. Did you know how impactful it was when you're up there shaking your groove? Like,
Hard to imagine that guy wrote the walk.
I'm thinking about the walk the whole time.
Everyone's thinking that this is going to be some tender, and he's in there just really contemplating everything. No, you're up there doing Betty's Being Bad.
I'm doing Betty's Being Bad, and I'm thinking about this song, and I'm like going, where does it go from here? And I would say that the hardest thing in writing a song is writing the second verse. Hobie would attest to that. Yeah. But this one has 3. So where does it go after that? And I literally walked off stage and went back to the bus and wrote the 3rd verse. It was that fast. But you don't think about the impact that it's going to have when you're writing it.
Yeah.
I just love that people probably think that you were just so serious.
I know, right?
Like with your little journal.
Yeah.
No, he's out there.
No, he's out there spinning in circles.
Uh-huh.
Literally and metaphorically.
Wow.
Remember to be following along on all of Sawyer Brown's social media, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, you name it, they're on it. So you guys can keep up with the latest as to all of the different tour stops and to all of the fun that we have here on the podcast. Like, subscribe, comment. You guys know the drill, and have a great rest of your week.